All right, start recording.
Yeah, we're talking about Seattle missing his basic wins and pageant 2027 Miss Development. I know this girl has the ambitions actually to make the way since she just promising every Nigerian students of her intentions. Of course, I understand that these things are not just easy coming that decides some of the stuff we're talking about. I know this girl can do that. She has been at the pageant for so many years now. So 2012 winners of Bachelor State pageant. Of course, pageant through competitions. I know that she will do more. I understand that there are lots of people talking about how she is, and currently what plans out for the 2027. So that's also part of the new news stories in the inside news. And we're talking about National House of Assembly's deliberations for more states in the country. Of course, 31 states has been announced and discussion is going on. So of course, the states are putting a new state, added a new states that should be announced and included, which is the also new land state. New land state has been causing controversial issues, and the House is nagging and that we don't need more states. But of course, lobbying within the cartel is actually coming in over the new states, and I believe they can seal it, which is saying as a union order. What do you think about that for the new state?
The new state, quite interesting. Nigeria already has a 31 states.
Yeah.
For me, I think government should rather focus on ensuring that those existing states is doing well
Okay.
than thinking of creating a new one.
That's true. That's true. That's what, of course, the same process actually says, but it doesn't mean approved. Of course, we have a lot of our people are coming and they are giving deliberations and negotiations about that. But we believe that that will be done. Also, looking at President promise to make use of his immunities, vetoed powers in removing subsidies in Nigeria. That's also a very arcane news, announcing news today, and it shows that captures the minds of the people that everybody really want to see in sectors out of stuff that should be cleaned. Of course, it's the subsidy is the economy is high, and a lot of stuff is going on, and we needed to put a change, and the government has promised the president has promised that he's going to do that. Of course, within the 4 years' time, there are a lot of candidates that are coming. Of course, I told that I'm coming to. I promise, I make my promises known to them that I'm coming. Of course, I have my agenda and plans, and know that I still need to put in how to be able to make a change. Of course, the president can. A lot of candidates who wants to unseat the president is also coming to look at how they can remove subsidies like this that is so alarming in the country right now.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you have to say about what is going on? Do you think the president can give a veto power, veto autonomy, an autonomous power to reduce the cost in, especially in the industries like every sectors in the economy, such as the market things are so high. Just like the pot of soup. This is so high. You just you buy meat, you buy this, you buy this. Of course, just to take care of just a restaurant, it's so high that every sector needs to be reduced. So, what do you think that the president can do by giving him a better power? Do you think he can remove some? So can put some things aside, making the economy look robotic for us.
Yeah, the
While still
president.
in office.
Currently, the president is still in the office,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of agitations. The government of the day is not doing excellently well as it should. That gave a lot of concern. So we believe that the president still have a little time before the next election to put things in order. Right now, Nigerians are complaining. The economics are not working. The power sector,
Yeah.
education sector. Recently, we learned that the health sector just back on a strike, and they just resumed back. So there's a lot of issues that the president needs to tackle. So I believe the president have a lot of time, a lot of things to put in order to make the economic work.
Okay. There's also in news as well. We haven't talked about, and actually want federal government for 30 billion naira agreements to senior lecturers, universities, and polytechnics or indefinite strike. Of course, actually, it might come up with an idea to that federal government should sit a receipt on how to they could debate on how they could receive their allowances and all that. Do you think actually can meet up federal government's demand based on the strike, various strikes that has been on ground, students going back to schools and having problems and all that, and federal government from they need to deliver that, and even in the 30 billionaires allowances that are pending. And of course, has to give them autonomous decision steps. They're going to be going for strike if the monies are not paid straight to them. And I believe federal government promised them. I know government will do that. What do you think? What do you think the government can do in recalling back the strike since the agitation is going on from households that they will go for definite strikes? Of course, they promised federal government. What do you think the government can do to back that?
Okay, for a long time now, the successive government, we've been having issues of strike with
Yeah,
ASU,
yeah,
and I think is a failure on the government part because oftentimes we learn that ASU made it clear that governments are not living up to expectations
yeah,
in terms of fulfilling their promises. A lot of promises have been made to them, but unfortunately, government will fail them. As a result of that, we have been having strike year in year out. So I believe government really needs to have a serious a deal with the institutions and ensure that they stabilize the whole sector.
okay. Thank you. Of course, I need to ask a question too, so that is bothering me. Also, on news that I just springs up on Facebook and Twitter, that NEPA want federal government to restore digital powers, solar systems, or faces total blackouts across Nigerians. Do you think federal government will allow NEPA to have that autonomous powers to do that? Because some states are clamoring and shouting and agitating that federal government have not made the promises that they're going to be restoring back power to those states and some local governments that have been affected, like Kaduna, Kanu, and some other Zamfara states, for the south north and the southeast. And federal government promises all this. And those states are still giving a warning from NEPA, and they're going to be giving a strike. That they're going to give a total blackout across the federations. Do you think that possible? The federal government actually listening to NEPA what they are saying, not answering their request.
The federal government should look into the matter critically
Yeah,
because it's serious issues. Any economics that does not have a workable power systems, certainly there's going to be a lot of chaos, and this is going to affect businesses, organizations, and totally the growth of the country rather. So I believe federal government should look inward and find a lasting solutions to stabilize the power sector. In the recent time, we learned that the federal government in Abuja, they have decided to take another options, solar options to be the main source of power supply for me, which is not really good enough. Because if the government does that, that means the whole nation should be also on solar. So government should try as much as possible to step in and stabilize the power sector so that Nigeria can have a better system.
All right, thank you. Of course, this also, of course, I listened to some radios of feedback from correspondents in Kaduna saying that, of course, what they're using is a solar system and it's so hectic that everybody's having a problem. Of course, they're giving a complaint and you're having a lot of representatives in the House and that need to solve these issues. I know they will definitely do that. Also, so there is also a very shocking news is APC clashes with PDP for money laundering import, and all these are some of the stories that is happening at the so alarming that of course these people are not fighting. They are fighting for monetary issues. It should be solved within their confines, within their cartel. Cabano should take it out and start shouting and all that. And I believe they have representatives. They should have. Of course, if it's economic issues that has been the problems, they should resolve it and holding various departments just to be able to solve that. I know the federal government, APC, APC and PDP have very much interwoven and would have no questions and peaceful and all that. I don't see why they should clash now. What do you think?
It's a political tussles, but I believe the present government should rather focus on stabilizing the economy, and I see that as a very serious distractions from the current administration. So, money laundering has always been an issue in Nigerian government. The successive government, the previous ones, there is no government that will be void of this. So in this present one, I believe the law should have its course. If both parties has an evidence, I think that should be addressed in the court of law, so Nigerian can move forward and have a better state.
All right, thank you. I believe that's some of the stories that has been disturbed in Nigerians now. More of news that came in. We'll give more reports if needed. Thank you.
All right, thank you.